Hi everyone, how are you? I'm going to be doing a energy check-in, so we'll do a collective real quick. I was called to do it. So we're going to get the energy from using my painting cards. I keep hearing the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this card is what I'm taking for the overall energy. Something you know already that appears to be hidden. So something you know already, maybe you're not aware of it at this time, but it appears to be hidden. It's a dark wave. If we would have picked the other side, there would have been a burst of energy, sun energy, if you would. But here, there's sun here. It's a good thing, but it's hidden. And it's maybe right in front of you type of thing, and you're not noticing it. Something like that. Okay? So let's see with crystal formation. I'm going to put this away if you want to look at it real quick. Something that is hidden that you already know. Okay. It's something you thought was done. Or maybe there's a closure to something, but there's a brighter side to the closing of something because it needs to be set and moved. The way these laid out, I'm just going to move them over a little. Right? You're definitely dealing with heart chakra. Okay? But there's a brighter side to you that you let something go. You did it creatively and slowly. And you left, even this is shaped like a heart. It's amazing that this is, this crystal here is just a lot of shaping of a heart. You know, it's the pink color. Rose quartz, if you would. This is a very dynamic energy because it was using each other to heal, but in a manner of chaos. The way that came in, I'm just going to put your crystals and the group crystals over there because remember, this is a collective, so take what resonates. No. We're going to jump right into the crystals here, which is going to give me another energy in crystal form. The picture I picked that I painted today for this reading is something that is set that could have been heavy, like I said, in the crystals. But there's a clearer outcome to it and a more lighter energy because of it. And the bottom of the deck starting is a a creativity, courage. Maybe you needed a boost of creativity and you needed a boost of courage. It stimulates motivation and passion, enhances self-confidence and vitality. So you have that here in about 7 aspects of the crystals I pulled for you. This is for a collective, please. Collective reading. It's timeless, guys, so whenever you're supposed to see it is when you're supposed to see it. Can I have a crystal formation? 3-card spread. You got a tiger's eye, boost of confidence yet again, and offers protection and enhancement, willpower, courage again, and self-assurance. The crystal also guards against negative energy and promotes balance. So, like I said, I felt in the card that we had picked for you that you something that you knew. I am confident and I am protected. So it also brought a very good feeling to you to know that. Mm-hmm. Orange calcite, creative joy. Creative joy here too with lapazuli. Orange calcite boosts creativity and joy. It aligns with the sacral chakra, enhancing motivation again, self-expression. The stone encourages a sense of happiness and vitality. I embrace creativity and joy. And you notice how it's grounding energy, like maybe that's what you needed around you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Could be Scorpio as well as Libra, which would have been a balancer. The way that came in total channel. They said don't pull it. I guess they want to put it out. Can I have one more, please? One more on the current energy. Smoky quartz crystal. You know, and right before this reading, I was pulling this forward and I was looking at it, and I've had it for years, and it's growing. It's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and this is what you actually have. So I knew it was going to be part of the reading, but I didn't know how. So it came out. Grounding protection. Smoky quartz offers grounding and protection, and it transmutes negative energy, relieves stress, and enhances practicality. This crystal is connected to the root chakra, fostering stability. I release negativity. So a lot of that is crystal clear to you, and maybe you don't know it just yet. It's a current energy, okay? So that's good for the crystal to have there. I'm going to push my quartz back. It's something you know. And I love that energy. Let's see if there's any blocks as why, if you don't know, maybe there's a block that might help you bring it forward. So, anything for the greatest good. Okay. Well, we got loyalty. You got a number 33. So something that you had to close out. You've expanded or you've tried in several cycles, and you stay loyal to the cycle. You're staying loyal to a decision. You know, congratulations is in order too. And I said you're going to be happy with what you already know. Success is coming. On the bottom of the deck, we have something that you already know that you're holding. A water, high priestess of water upside down, holding something. I'm going to give you that there. So don't, you know, if it's fear, let that go. Sorry about my dog. He's communicating. It's like the news on the block, you know, like the daily news between them. So I apologize for that. Okay, we're going to look at why you're holding this in a smaller aspect using tarot. Why is the High Priestess? Okay. I was asking why the High Priestess of Water was here. You know, what you were holding. And I got 3 cards. So, knowledge that you're not saying nothing, you know, or maybe you're starting to come out of a shell, you know. You got the 9 of Cups upside down. So unspoken love, you know, maybe a heartbreaker, a manipulator, one night stand, cheating, deception, bad news, and moody. You know, maybe I even said clearing out the negative here. You noticing a change that you're maybe were holding it. And you had to go inside yourself with the Hermit card here present. It was up in the air, some kind of decision or collaboration was up in the air, something that you don't like. There was greediness of resources, it was financial insecurity, making large purchases, financial loss, lack of control, shedding the old, introversion, extreme withdrawal. So something that you had to go inside yourself and it wasn't fun. You know, whether it be the dark night of the soul or something that you had to do to clear, you know, that's why you got this, that's why you got this, and that's why you got this. Sorry, the smoky quartz. To clear that out. You protected yourself too, and you found a resolution that was better suited for you with the Joy card here. This, I want to say, like I said, congratulations was already above this. So something that you already went through, okay? We need 3 more. I want to say that's the past energy. 3 more for present. No. We got judgment, upright, strength with the Hermit. You know, maybe you hermited too much. You know, learning to cope with it, recovering, letting things go of negative, facing life, extreme guilt, scandals, total collapse, and giving up. There was times, you know, and in the past that was hard for you to change. But you grew through what you learned, you know, and you're making better judgment now. You also got the Chariot and the Moon. Same card as this, but using a sun aspect. Okay? Which they did as well. So something that was revealed, that you weren't strong enough, or you went too far in healing, you know, and you came out of that. Something that you came out of. You know, your judgment was upright because the Chariot represents movement and it was upright. The moon was reversed. So something that was hidden has been revealed. There's been ambition, control, there's been a determination about you, a success, triumph, travel, willpower, conquest, progress, hard work, and focus. And I think you see that, you know, and you stayed loyal to yourself. You grounded what needed to be done, taken care of what needed to be done. You worked with pure solar plex here. Let's see. Yeah. And you move forward. So you got a new beginning coming in the warmer months, I want to say. You know, you could be dealing with somebody that has a Scorpio moon or a Scorpio rising or a cusper. You know, you've got Cancer on the board here. You've got Pisces. You got Virgo. Aries. Wellness. Overbearing. You know, that's where I think you hermited too much. You know, you waited too long and you were done waiting. You know, you were figuring things out. You were impatient for a little bit, which wasn't your strength there. You know, the strength reversed. Let's see what the outcome was for that. Well, you found clarity. Did something about it. Again, you know, what did you set here with the snow? You know, the snow sets things and clears them out, it transforms them, saves it, too. So, again, a lesson learned here. Something you gained from this. Let's see. Wishes fulfilled. Realizing dreams, happiness, contentment, satisfaction, success, abundance, confidence, and fame. In a movement where you are all up in your head, you know, about emotions, maybe about relationship issues or commitment issues here. I don't see the hyphen in present, but I feel it. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. Page of Cups upside down. No message about that. And that's all I have to say about that. That's what I'm hearing. You did well. There are outside factors. You know, you have a Pisces here that came forward. You have an Aries, a Virgo, definitely, that came forward. And a Gemini, too, next to the upright movement. You have a Leo that was reversed, and you have a situation where you had to reflect and see a different perspective. And I said that was your outside energy. The environment is reflecting on how well you did. So congratulations if that matters. But I think the energies you were dealing with was so compatible, have realized a change in you. Karma. Karma come out. Balance, though, of karma. Weighing things out, cause and effect, choices. Wanting to make things right. So you have a hangman position here that could be a Pisces wanting to make things right with karma. And letting go, and some things not letting go is a resistance of letting go with something, you know, and it's toxic. Why is that letting go here? Can I have one on a letting go, please? Can I have one on a letting go? Why is the letting go not letting go, actually? Why is it not letting go? Control. Playing out control. Self-sabotage. You know, that's what that results to. You know, when you let it go, you know, the self-sabotage tends to let up. Excuse me, but... Future position. Got a couple of cards here. What's on the bottom of the deck was you're contemplating on something between a person or paths to stay or go. You know, you don't know if you want to let something go. You feel if you do, you're going to sabotage something else, but you don't see the lesson and the karma in it. Suffering this way, you know, attracting gratitude, abundance, practicality, tranquility, and success, and then lonely. So is this what your present is? And it says present. Enjoy the now. Let go of the suffering and the loneliness. Something about that. Separation. And separation. That's a long time relationship, or a long time. Past is here. We got the present. We've got control, wanting control of the future. You know, in a separation. There's an attraction, there's a wish here, but wishy-washy. In the structure and the foundation of it, there's burdens. There's slow steadiness forming with burdens. Mm-hmm. You know, there's a facade. Somebody's not being truthful in a relationship, or somebody's not being truthful with themselves. You know, maybe they were closed off to love with that Page of Cups being up, you know, reversed. Love's right here. In a separation, maybe you closed off because it wasn't real. Mm-hmm. See, you keep going to that reunion, you keep going to that past, right? But then it's sabotaged. Was it meant to be? Was it a facade in the present? That you didn't really want to let go of a separation. You're having doubts about it, because here's doubts. Don't let the different reflections, when you went inside yourself and you figured it out, don't try to go back to the old way of that, because that does bring self-sabotage in. You know, you really got to do a cord cutting ceremony, because it's already been balanced several times, but trying to bring it together is just creating more karma. Closed off. There's nothing else to discuss. It's at this point why, you know, it's in the South Node. And there's still reflecting going on. It's, you know, you got the autumn coming up. I think this person's, you know, belief system is not what you want. Freedom. A lot to think about with this reading, isn't it? You know, those cards, I got them as a gift, you know, and they're very blunt. I like them. You know, please take what resonates and leave the rest. You know, the prominent energy that you want is freedom. You know, and then you get an attraction pull back, but it's for a structure that maybe you needed help with, and then it creates more karma. And then it leaves you in a state of questioning your beliefs. Okay. Mm-hmm. Starfish and a healing aspect. You know, you're absorbing that. You're absorbing the energy that's left from a relationship that's constantly dropped and then played with, and not even that. It's the belief system that you think you had turned out to be a facade with someone. I don't see Two of Cups here, you know. It's the advice. They pulled that gentle too. So, and I think that's what this closing off and congratulations came in, is because this was hard to pull your energy back and gain one's self-respect enough to have that freedom, right? And I love this. I love this crystal for you. You know, it's a knowing, you know. And it's also shift your money mind. So if you've had a sense of different kind of resources, it's saying shift that. Mm-hmm. Allow yourself to receive. Amazonite. Loosen your grip. So is there a sense of control that you're the way you're rolling and it winds up holding you back? There's something that you believe that winds up holding you back. And recently that has changed. Sodialite. Speak your truth. You want freedom in something. You know, you want a leap of faith. You want breaking free. You want a new cycle. You want fast change. And you want a new direction. You got that also in a message with the Page of Swords here. Okay? The camel is like the chariot, but in a slower form. So you've been very patient with something. You're allowing good karma to come to you because of this separation. Needed to happen. Pluto. Letting go. Death card. Endings. Resilience. Transformation and power. Taking your power back. It's a beautiful reading at 2240. You know, the decision 22. I'm going to blow that out so it's already made for you. It'll help you make it anyway. You know. Anyway, I really enjoyed this reading. You know, after this advice that you took, I'm going to count to 4 the other way. You had water with 2 people. Okay? You were looking at a crash instead of the push-pull, you know, that crashed. 2. Skip it. 3 and 4. Finding your own fire. And it came up upright, not just, you know, no direction. You changed something. And the crash didn't seem so big anyway. So I'm happy that you let something go. I really am. I'm very proud that you let something go, whoever this is for. You know. There you go. Creativity and joy. Right in the center. Alright, guys. I enjoyed this reading. Whoever this is, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you let go of something. I'm glad you learned something. And congratulations is in order. You know what that is. You know, the protection that you are aware of definitely described my card. Because you know you are protected. And allow yourself to receive. Loosen your grip. Let go. You'll be alright. You know, oh, and change that money set of yours. You know, put yourself on this frequency of receiving. Okay. Take care.